Turnkey is a comprehensive program. It's a done-for-you service where we handle all the essentials, including, I just mentioned, compliance, decals, requirements, paperwork, operational processes, and just making sure that your company is ready to hit the road. So I'm really excited about that. I get people who ask me about box trucks all the time, dump trucks all the time. So we're now just expanding. Pretty much how it works, I just mentioned, we take all the burdens off your shoulders. If you were to go out here today and to try to start your own company, there's a lot that goes into trucking. Federal motor carrier has to first grant you the authority. There's so many bells and whistles in between. And not only that, once you get all the compliance, the paperwork, all the operational stuff together, then somebody still has to dispatch that truck. So we do offer dispatch services, which I'll get into a little bit later in the presentation. So turnkey transportation just means that if you want to start a hot shot company, if you want to start a box truck company, cargo van, dump truck, and or tractor, all of those authorities are now available. Now, I do want to get into some do's and don'ts because even though this program, we do a lot of the heavy lifting for you, there is still some responsibility that you as the owner are going to have. One of those responsibilities is every week you're going to get a weekly email and update. So there are times in the program when we're doing things and we're working on your behalf, but you might get the information first, as I talked about with your letter of authority. So once you get that letter of authority in the mail, we also need that to put in your file. So checking your emails regularly is something that we need you to do. Just being responsive. If we ask, hey, we need a piece of paper or something's missing, we need you to be responsive and to furnish that paper, or it's going to cause a delay in your process. Again, submitting any paperwork in a timely fashion, being responsive, and you have to be coachable. You guys, I'm pretty much putting you in the position of a new business owner with somebody working for you and you're making passive income on a daily basis. The average time that we tell our clients Turnkey will take is about 90 days. Now, there's a lot of things and several factors that, Turnkey is based on, which your age, your previous experience, what state you live in is a very big one, your credit worthiness, and then just, having stands also. So because we are working with different vendors to put all this stuff together for you, we're doing IFTA, IRP, we're doing drug and alcohol, we're doing all these different things with all these different vendors. We do ask for 90 days, but again, I just want to mention, any of those things could take just a little bit longer. So any of these factors can influence the setup times. It's not just as easy as putting somebody into a truck and letting them go down the road. God knows it isn't. The second phase of this is once you get your operating authority, once we set up all this stuff for you, you're going to get a letter in the mail from Federal Motor Carrier. That letter is going to say, hey, your authority has been granted. And once you get that piece of paper in your hand, you're going to have a one-on-one session with my staff, who right then and there is going to teach you how to hire, fire, and onboard your driver. Moving on to dispatch. So we've already talked about phase one, getting the company set up. We talked about the owner-operators. Now we're talking about dispatch. So not only do we set up the company for you, pair you with an owner-operator, but we also have in-house dispatch service. So our in-house dispatch services is only for our tractor trailers. $350 per week per truck, and that averages out to about $50 per day. Now, for dispatch, you can't beat that. Nobody charges $50 a day, and we only do that for our turnkey clients because we want our owner-operators to have most of the take-home money. If we're charging 10% or 20% or whatever, that's not going to work. So it's $350 per week per truck. Our dispatchers will reach out to your owner-operator, ask them where they want to go, how long they want to stay out, what areas they want to avoid, and that is how we keep the drivers happy, and if the drivers are happy, you're going to be happy. Your responsibility in all of this in phase 3 is getting paid. So what this looks like is our dispatchers are going to send you what's called a rate confirmation. The rate confirmation is going to break down the load, where the load is picking up, where it's dropping off, how much it weighs, how much it pays, so on and so forth. And so you as the owner will get a copy of the rate confirmation. And at the end of the week, you will tally up all of the rate confirmations to come up with a gross number. Once you get that gross figure, you will break it down. You'll take your 15% off the top, and you're going to pay your driver. And that shouldn't take you any longer than 1 hour a week. Probably shouldn't even take that. Let's say your truck generated $10,000 for the week. Your take home would be $1,500, and that's a straight $1,500. That's not a $1,500, but you got to pay certain bills. That's $1,500, your split. And then your driver has to also pay his other deductions, which are very standard. If you look at any trucking company, the owner-operators have deductions because they are riding basically on your company's authority. We need you to be responsive and to furnish that paper, or it's going to cause a delay in your process. Again, submitting any paperwork in a timely fashion, being responsive, and you have to be coachable. You guys, I'm pretty much putting you in the position of a new business owner with somebody working for you, and you're making passive income on a daily basis. So that means I've been doing this for a long time. I haven't been doing this successfully for a long time because I'm just cute. Like, I know what I'm doing. So I need you to be coachable. I need you to listen. I don't spend my time and energy doing all this because this is a lot to do, and we have quite a few clients. So in the end, I'm going to know what to do in certain situations. So I just need you guys to be coachable. But more than coachable, I need you to be responsive. Turn in those emails and make sure we're getting all that paperwork. Make sure you guys go to our YouTube page, our Instagram page. There's something up there that you can use to help grow and scale your business. Just go up and down the page and just take notes. With that being said, I'm your host, Casey Cooper, and I'll see you guys on the next call.